Pit road Hart Jr. Big implications late in stage number 3 with just 70 laps to go. Not the final pit stop. Nonetheless, he was nowhere close to getting onto pit road in time there. That'll be a 15-second penalty. He was already going to lose a lap. He might lose 2. And now he's got to hope it stays green because problems could arise here. Sorry for the internet connection issues. Again, we have had bad luck with that. That's the 3rd night, I think, since I've gotten back home on Tuesday. And we have had issues with that. Again, that dates back to the fact that I know I need to upgrade the internet. Money is not an issue with that. It's a matter of finding the time to be at the house and get everything organized the way we need it so we don't have issues like that going forward. So I'm obviously getting on that ASAP. Thanks for everybody coming back, by the way. I cannot see the chat on me, and it was not like my actual internet. Again, I was using the mobile hotspot and it disconnects on me at random occasions, and it disconnected there, and I was so worried about getting the internet back on quickly on my PlayStation, switching it to my actual internet, that I did not log on to the next YouTube channel on my phone, so I'm still in the old chat. So sorry for not reading your guys' comments, but also sorry for the technical difficulties first and foremost. 67 laps to go. Junior's on the track. He's got 4 fresh tires. He's blowing around the lap traffic as quick as he can. Pit road speeding penalty for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He was going to lose 1 lap as it was. He still only lost 1 lap, thankfully, but he's definitely not in the free pass position, so he's got to hustle here. Not sure who exactly is in the lead lap, or free pass position, I should say. We'll alternate through the different camera angles for the 2nd and final time over the course of the race here and over the course of the next handful of laps. So for anybody down in the comment section also, if we get anybody else back in the stream or anybody new in the stream, tell them I said hi over the course and the reason for not being able to see the chat. So great. I would appreciate that. I feel like I'm the only NASCAR YouTuber that has these issues. I could be wrong, because I don't know for sure, but granted the channel's not as big either, so definitely the little things that definitely need tidied up. Three wide. He's going to clear those guys easily by the time he gets into turn 3. A lot slower as it was. He's definitely gaining ground. I mean, you can just physically see how much of a difference these fresh tires make versus the old ones. 3 wide. He did not give Ray Black Jr. or Joe Graff Jr. a lot of room underneath him there. He's trying to run as close to the low line as he can consistently in these corners. Even if the lap cars are there, he'll stay to the outside, but he's not going to give him a lot of room. He needs to hustle. There's Alex LeBay in 12th. LeBay got the free pass under the stage break. Notice the top side might not have as many bumps, but Junior's race car seems to slide around a lot more up there than what he would on the bottom. Another reason for running the bottom of the racetrack. It seems like it grips up a lot better. And it's actually a little odd that that would be the case, knowing that the bottom has more bumps than what the top side does. Especially on entrance to the corners. See again, Junior all the way on the top, near the wall. Lap car was to the inside. That was Jeremy Clements in the 51. He's gotten up to 16th, still not in the free pass position though. I believe 13th place would be the first car one lap down currently. Not sure who that is. Gregson's in 14th. Jesse Little 15th. We'll have to see if Junior can come back from that pit road speeding penalty here in the final stage of the race. That'd be a shame. He's had the fastest car, and I think you look at a race like Fontana this year where he had the fastest car, and tire strategy is what costed him a chance to win there when he finished 8th. He's had an opportunity to get 2 wins this year. You look at Daytona, another chance he probably should have won. Leading on the final lap going into turn 3, car gets tight. He fades back, finishes 5th. On the final lap of the race. Final corner of the race, nonetheless. Won at Vegas. On strategy himself late in the race, pitting, taking the fresh tires, getting back to the lead in the late going, and then he just did not have a competitive car at all at Phoenix in the last race. Now here at Atlanta, he's had the fastest car all day long. Probably the fastest car that he's had in a race all season long out of the first 5. And a pit road speeding penalty now. Definitely early in the season, trying to get the cobwebs out, but that is not helping things to say the least. You can't win the championship this early in the season. And with the new playoff format, you can't really lose it, but the road could get a lot tougher. And trying to win this regular season championship for Dale Jr. could be a lot tougher. Getting those extra 15 playoff points, having instances like he's had early in the season. Not getting every point that he should have gotten over the course of a race. Riley Herbst moved up right in front of Junior into turn 1. Junior actually got in the back of him slightly. They carry forward. There's Jesse Little, 15th place. Wow. Junior drove it in there deep. He barely kept it off of him, but he definitely pulled him back on the side draft. That's how close he got. Harrison Burton in the free pass spot in 13th. Junior's moved up to 15th. He's about 3 seconds behind where Burton's at on the track, and he's less than a second behind the 14th place car, Noah Gragson. So, Junior charging strong right now. And he's up to 14th. It's about 2 seconds behind him. Another lap and a half to 2 laps, and he'll catch Harrison Burton with these fresh tires. Fresh tires after having the fastest car in the field already. Definitely big. Sliding up the track, never lifted. Cindric kind of moved up a little bit. He gave him enough room. Junior 3 wide to the top. He's running like a madman trying to catch up to Harrison Burton. He's running clean, but he's running aggressively. Trying to get my phone to where I needed to so that way I could see you guys in the chat. It's kind of hard to do it. We have one more pit stop coming, so I should be able to do it during then, but still probably going to have a dozen laps at least, probably more. Unless we get a caution before then as well. Harrison Burton right there in front of Dale Jr. for the free pass position. Jr.'s going to hustle it. Who turns 3 and 4. Through the middle lane. He's got the run. Oh, Burton moved up as Jr. was there. Jr. goes low. He had to lift. Burton was hoping for the caution. Never got it. Dale Jr. now in the free pass position. He got in the back of Chase Briscoe there for a moment. Now Vinnie Miller's in the way, and Burton's coming right back. Into turns 3 and 4 on the outside behind Jr., but he had nowhere to go with the run, and the leaders are pitting. So pit stops are upon us now for the race leaders. Where will this cycle, everyone? Junior's actually back on the lead lap now, but can these guys make it on tires the rest of the race from pitting right now, or will it be a 2-stop stage? We know Junior's got to make 2 stops, but that's because he's on a different strategy also. Now these guys are going to have fresher tires than him. Junior's in the wall, turns 1 and 2. Pushed it a little too hard once more. Not ideal at all there. Top 3 still on the racetrack, have not pitted. Junior, even with the speeding penalty, the advantage with the fresh tires over the course of the run has him about 15 seconds ahead of Ryan Sieg, who has already come out of pit road just moments ago. Michael Annett, Riley Herbst still on the track. You wonder if those two might have hit pit road under the stage break, as they made it a few laps further than everybody else now. At least 2. Actually be 3 this time if they didn't pit, but they did. So they're actually both on pit road now, so they didn't pit under the caution. It'll be a lead change at the line this next time by. Annette still led that last lap even though he was in the pits. Dale Jr. didn't take the lead until they got into turn 1, it looked like. Sieg must be caught in traffic right now. 17 seconds off the lead. He's lost a little ground despite having fresher tires. Jr. will be coming to pit road here before long for his final stop of the day. Again, only has 1 set of tires left the rest of the race. Pay attention. Distracted driving 101. Well, Jeff Green running top 10 in that 10th position. He's had a quiet day. Might be on a little different strategy as well. I don't remember him scoring any stage points in this one. So when Junior comes out of the pits this extra time here, then how far behind will he be? Will he still be on the lead lap? He definitely has to make sure he doesn't speed again. But then that will give Dale Jr. fresher tires when the time comes. They'll stay out this time by. Leads me to believe that Junior will likely pit the following time by with 40 laps to go. We'll have 39 laps when he comes out of the pits. definitely will be borderline to make it to the end. He might have to save. One caution for incident all day long, and it came with 7 laps to go in stage 2. That has been it. Nothing but green flag action outside of that. Obviously not counting the 2 stage breaks as far as cautions. Again, for incident, we've only had 1 caution. Dale Jr. coming to pit road this time by. Only 8 cars on the lead lap as he comes to the pits. Trying not to speed again. Did a good job getting on that time, much like he did earlier. Final pit stop of the race. We'll have 39 to go when he comes out of the pits. I'll get the chat back on the phone here. Again, sorry for that, but we have it back. Andrew Holland back. Called 48, Tyler Burr back. Welcome. Yeah, same AI setup. Normal for the same thing we've been having for season 2 for every series. Normal for the AI tire fall off instead of more effect on there. And then, oh, Junior getting loose on the apron, getting up to speed here. And then normal for my tire grip as well. So Junior falls back to 12th place, still on the lead lap, but about 27 seconds off the lead. He's got about 7 to 8 lap pressure tires. It's time to go for Dale Jr. 38 laps left, and we'll have to see if he can run these guys down. We stay green to the finish. These guys can make it on fuel, but can they make it on tires? And the same goes for Junior, because he will be pushing the limits here to try and catch back up to the field. I drive. I've never flown before. I try to stay away from it. Not a fear of heights, but a fear of flying. That is for sure. I've gone on roller coasters at Cedar Point numerous times. Well, 3 or 4 times now. I haven't gone a lot, but I've been on roller coasters. Just not a big plane guy. But outside of that, I haven't really gone far enough that I have to fly. 10 hours is as far as I've driven. And I drove 10 hours to Atlanta. It was 10 hours for me from my house to get to Talladega this weekend. And it was about 10 to barely over 10 hours to get to Darlington last month. So I haven't had to drive any further than that. And it's cool to see all the land. You miss all that when you're in the sky, how beautiful the country actually is. Again, I haven't really gone out west. Furthest west I've been was when I went to Chicagoland. Coincidentally enough, that might be the final race at that racetrack, but at least I could say I was there to witness it, so. Glad I was able to make it there. And Kentucky as well. I was at Kentucky in 2018, not the final race there, but obviously I only had a couple more after that. And I'm glad I was able to make it there as well, if that's going to be off the schedule permanently going forward. Brendan Runyon, welcome to the stream. Dale Jr. up to 11th, getting around Brandon Brown. 34 laps to go, 7 to 8 lap pressure tires. That pays a huge, huge difference at this racetrack. And we don't know what the situation looks like for tires the rest of the race. Now, Junior has about 7 to 8 lap pressure tires, so he maybe could go just a tad bit longer than the rest of the field here to the end of the race. Fuel-wise, everybody's good. If we go to overtime, everybody else might be in a little bit of a question. And Junior's on his final set of tires, so if we do get a caution before the end of the race and everybody pits, Junior might be out of luck there because he will have to keep these same old tires to the end. But he played the strategy about as good as he could. He took his tires to the limit all day long with the strategy 2 and then 4 when he had to make sure he didn't use more than 4 sets the entire race. So Junior did his part as far as trying to hold on the tires as long as he could, and Caution is out with 32 to go. Our second caution for incident today. Alex LeBay will get the free pass at 13th. Ryan Sieg was leading at the time of the yellow. Junior now will have about 7 to 8 lap older tires. Same advantage he had on everybody else there. Now they will have it on him. And Junior got no gain out of his advantage. Everybody else might get a gain out of theirs. That is definitely a tough break for Junior, but that is going to set up a wild finish for this one, so everybody stay tuned. We are only going to have about 29 laps to go when we go green, maybe less. And it all starts with Junior on the front row with Ryan Sieg, who won the race off the pit road. He'll restart second. Here we go, green flag back in the air for Dale Jr. He's nailed his restarts all day long, and he'll nail it again here, at least when he's on the bottom of the track. 28 laps to decide the winner at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series on NASCAR Heat 5. Sieg quickly drops down to the bottom. We've seen pretty decent restarts for the guys out of second place all day today, so we'll see. Now, these tires might even out over the long run. It's tough to say for sure, but it will be at least those 7-8 laps before they even come close to evening out. So, clean air could be a factor, although it is a multi-groove racetrack. We'll see. They're up to speed, and he has gotten the big lead. We'll see if they start closing in on him. Junior cannot make any mistakes. Second, Ross Chastain right behind him, followed by Hemrick and Cindric, rounding out the top 5. Oh, Junior gets loose, center of the corner. That was a mistake he could not make. Sieg is going to close the gap through turns 3 and 4. He is coming on strong. He's only about 4 or 5 car lengths back into turn 1 now. Chasing the car up the racetrack into turn 1. Chastain to the inside now for second place on Sieg. Is he going to clear him off of turn 2? He cannot. They're side by side. That's what Junior wants to see. Is the battle going on heavily for second? I mean, this race car has just been fast today. 25 to go. We still got to worry about Junior's tires. Everybody else is going to be A-okay to the finish. After pitting, Junior again only stayed out because again we are limited on tires in the Xfinity Series to 4 sets per race. That is my limit with this game. Chastain was able to get around Sieg for second. Took him an extra lap, but he got there. Still about a half a second roughly off the lead. That's about 4 or 5 car lengths. Junior just trying to manage the gap right now, and he's done a great job today. But when a car is on rails like his has been all day today, driver's just got to do his part in hitting his marks, and for the most part he has done that today. He saved his tires along the way for the most part as well. He might have to save them more to the end of the race again. That could be a possibility, but for now he's got to run hard. He doesn't have a big lead. He can't hold back right now and then go to the finish. Now if we get another caution before the end of the race and they pit again, that's going to give them even fresher tires than what they had this time. That will only make their chances of winning a lot greater. And if there is anybody new watching, again, as mentioned a couple times already over the course of the stream, subscribe. Daily NASCAR content such as these full race live streams, realistic broadcasts on the daily. Starting my broadcasting career, so greatly appreciate the support as always. And we've got good content. Junior slowly pulling away as Sieg and Chastain battle for second again. They're about 2 seconds off the lead. 21 to go now. Yeah, fairly loose car. Loose as fast, though, when you can control it, and we've controlled it very well tonight. Chase Briscoe now back into the top 5. He got around Cindric that last lap. 20 to go. And the bumps are definitely jockeying this race car around quite a bit as well. Not all necessarily loose. Just how bumpy the track is. We got 12 people watching currently. Stream high for tonight for the Xfinity series, so thanks for coming out. Weekday race nonetheless. Well, I guess it's a Friday. My week's messed up because I was because I was on vacation. And caution will fly again. 19 to go, third caution of the race. Noah Gregson will get the free pass at 14th. Jeff Green, who is in 8th, having a great day all of a sudden. He is going to hit pit road. Haiti, welcome to the stream. So we are only going to have 16 laps to go when we go green, but Jeff Green will be hitting the pits. A little bit of a strategy here. We're going to have to look out for him. Not that many cars on the lead lap, and he'll actually restart in a preferred lane on the inside and 13th as well. He's only really losing 4 spots. Good call for that team. Everybody else will stay out to keep the track position. Junior had no choice, though that caution will help him make it to the finish. Tomas Perez, welcome to the stream. Green flag back in the air. Here we go again. With just 16 laps to go. Keep an eye out for Jeff Green on fresh tires. I would not be surprised if he gets to run Junior down, or at least give him a run for his money. Good restart again by Junior. Chastain restarted second. Quickly got to the bottom. Still on the bottom now in front of Seed. 15 to go at the line this time as we get back up to speed again. And how many spots is Jeff Green picking up? Junior just has to run his own race. He can't worry about him. We'll get to see up on that leaderboard on the upper left-hand corner of the screen if Green can get to the top 5 once he gets up to 5th. We'll see from there. Sieg just got around Chastain through 1 and 2 for 2nd. Michael Annette Briscoe 4th, 5th. Currently. That is probably subject to change, knowing we're still just into this restart. Cindric just past Briscoe for 5th. They've been going at it quite a bit over the last 30 laps or so for that 5th position, back and forth between the two of them. Yeah, I think there's a very good chance. It's Larson or Briscoe at this point, but I would lean more towards Briscoe to the 14. To be quite honest, I mean, he's deserved it. He's got 8 wins in the Xfinity Series this year. Front runner for the champion. It's his championship to lose. Although Cindric's had a good season too, I still think it's Briscoe's championship to lose. And I mean, you can't now. How can you tell Briscoe to run another season in an Xfinity Series? He's not going to run any better in the Xfinity Series than what he's doing now. Like, to ask a driver to win more than 8 races, no matter what level of competition it is in NASCAR, it's not going to happen. Especially with as young as he is. But, yeah, so I'd be shocked if he doesn't go to the 14. If he doesn't, it's because Larson goes there, but I don't think Larson's going to the 14. They've nurtured Briscoe enough. They've had plans for him stepping up at some point. Why not now? He's definitely got the talent, and he's proven it in the next lowest series below the Cup Series, so it's time to bump him up. 10 laps left. Jeff Green not quite gotten to the top 5 yet. Interesting. He should have about 15 laps or more fresher tires, probably about 15. The caution laps. From the last caution, including this one. Taking that out, or I should say without the caution laps included, I should say. 5-second lead, 9 to go. Dale Jr. is pulling away, and even if Green gets up to second place, he is too far behind to catch Jr. without another restart with the fresh tires, and the same goes for everybody else. Junior hoping it stays green long enough to get to the white flag. Caution came out on the last lap of our truck race at Homestead last night. That ended the race. We only had 5 cautions for incident in that race. We had only 3 tonight, so a lot fewer and far between, and they've all come in the second half of this race as well, or close to it, at least by the time that first one came out at the end of stage 2, so fairly clean race tonight. Cindric up to 4th, Briscoe to 5th. Michael Annette has dropped out of the top 5. He's been running in the top 5 most of the night, but something not going his way on the restart here that Cindric and Briscoe were able to get around him. And that right front tire on Dale Jr.'s Chevrolet is getting very worn out. He might have to start nursing the race car to make sure he can get to the end of the race. Figure with the 6 caution laps we've had over the course of the run that was going to help him out to make it 39 laps, but 6 to go. It's becoming a problem here late. Lifted in 1 and 2. He's going to lift again here in 3 and 4. Five to go, and this gives a little bit more time for there to maybe be a caution. On the outside, full throttle this time. Maybe that'll help a little bit too. Having to turn the wheel as much in the center of the corner. 4 to go. Got about an 8.5 second lead on Ryan Sieg, who has probably had the second fastest car tonight, to be quite honest. Sieg won stage 1, second in stage 2, and he's running second late in the race, barely ahead of Ross Chastain. Lap traffic in the near future for Junior, not going to become an issue to the end of this race. I think that right front is becoming way more of an issue as we speak. Three to go. He definitely doesn't want to see overtime, because then he knows he really has to run hard and he can't even save. Plus, he'll be running more laps. So again, Junior hoping it stays green, because we are at the point, if we get a caution out, we will run past the scheduled distance. We will go to overtime. Backing off again. No need to push it. 2 laps to go, this time by 3 more miles. Half a lap to the white flag. Junior's going to hustle it through 3 and 4 at least here. Get to the white flag, then if he has to, worry about saving the right front on the final lap. He'll get there. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking to win his second Xfinity Series race in the first 5 this season. He has dominated. He won stage 2. Finished 8th in stage 1. He had to pit before the end of the stage. Couldn't save his tires then. But in stage 2, he was able to save them well, and obviously here in the final stage, he was as well. Here in this one, despite being on even about 7 to 8 lap older tires than everybody else to the finish here. Pushing hard to the checkered flag again. Junior wins his second race of the season, and it comes at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Great win for the 8 team. This will definitely move them up in the point standings. 13 stage points. That's a 53-point day for the team. And after a rough performance finishing outside the top 10, 2 laps down at Phoenix, this win is going to feel really sweet. And to know that they dominated it single-handedly is definitely going to make it much, much more sweeter. Take a look at the finishing results here tonight. Very quick race, 250 miles, 164 laps. In today's race, again, Junior, your race winner, also won Stage 2. Ryan Sieg, who won Stage 1, finished second. He was running top 3 pretty much all night with the guy who finished third, Ross Chastain. Austin Cindric finished in 4th. Briscoe rounds out the top 5, followed by Hemrick. Jeff Green got up to 7th at the end of the race there, so good run for him. Michael Annett in 8th. He faltered late on that last restart. Restarted in 4th. He lost a few spots. Anthony Alfredo 9th and Brandon Jones rounds out the top 10. 82 minutes total time in the race today. Only an hour and 22 minutes. So, again, fairly quick one here in this one. 14 drivers finished on the lead lap in this one as well. Notable finishers outside the top 10. Harrison Burton, 15th, rough run. And Justin Haley, 26th. Terrible run there as well. And the only driver to DNF was Mike Harmon. And we only had 3 cautions for incidents. Dale Jr. will have the points lead. He's got a 20-point lead over Chase Briscoe for the regular season title here tonight. Earned 6 playoff points along the way. And again, as mentioned, Ryan Sieg gets his first stage win and first playoff point of the year as well. So Harrison Burton, 2 wins. Dale Jr., 2 wins now in the season. Tommy Joe Martins has a win. That was at Daytona. So that makes up the first 5 winners this season. Actually, I forgot Harrison Burton was the driver that won 2 races this year. And there is Dale Jr. in victory lane for the Echo Park 250. Yeah, that lap time's not accurate, so we're not even going to read that. Junior did lead the most laps, so again with the dominating win, 101 of the 164 laps led tonight. So very well deserving. Started from the rear as well without practice or qualifying. Nailed the setup perfectly. Had the balance setup, and most importantly, we get the Atlanta sweep, the Xfinity Truck Cup race. We won them all. That's the first time this season we've even come close to winning all 3 races on the same racetrack over the course of the season. We've had to fight for every single one of these wins for the most part. So it's nice when you can get a nice, relaxed, easy win like tonight every once in a while. That is going to do it here for this one. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We got realistic broadcasts with these full race live streams on the daily for NASCAR video games, other related NASCAR content, predictions, post-race analysis videos, a couple other videos planned in the future, or a different series for the channel, I should say, planned in the future, that will take place over the course of the winter mostly. Try to get you guys through the time, maybe keep your brains going in the NASCAR mode during the off season. So that should be a lot of fun coming forward. I'm not going to spoil that anymore. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. roughly Eastern Standard Time. Again, I got to work Saturday for whatever reason, but I have to work. So hopefully we can get that started by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Xfinity Series once again at Homestead, Miami Speedway. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.